The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are Super Bowl champions. Tom Brady has his 7th ring, which is more than any NFL franchise has ever won. And one of the more interesting subplots of Brady's latest masterpiece was who he leaned on in the passing game to pick apart the Chiefs' defense. Rob Gronkowski, Antonio Brown, and Leonard Fournette all scored touchdowns on Sunday, and if you were to make that bet a year ago, you might be a millionaire right now. So how did these two castoffs and a retired tight end help take Tampa to the promised land? Break out the champagne, sit back, relax, and take this in. The 43-year-old Brady had his imprint all over the Bucs win over the Chiefs, taking home his 5th Super Bowl MVP trophy. But it wasn't just on the field. Brady helped build a roster that included a trio of stars in Gronk, Fournette, and Brown, who were very unlikely heroes in helping Brady pad his status as the GOAT.
I'll take Jose Canseco.
Gronk had taken a beating throughout his career, sustaining 10 significant injuries from his time in college and the pros. In 2019, after helping the Patriots win their 6th Super Bowl, he didn't even have the strength left to lift his leg and put his shoe on. Gronk would spend 13 months away from the game because of just how physically and mentally worn out that he had become.
And I was losing that joy in life, like the joy. I'm sorry right now, but I really was, and I was fighting through it.
That time off helped Gronk get back on track. He lost weight and partnered with a medical marijuana firm to create a line of CBD products that help him relieve his pain. And it looks like he got his joy back. He hosted WrestleMania and even performed I'm Too Sexy on an episode of The Masked Singer. And then, of course, he came out of retirement to rejoin Brady on the Bucs. And while he said there were other motivating factors, there's no way Gronk was playing for Tampa this season if it wasn't for his longtime QB. He scored 2 of the Bucs' 4 touchdowns on Sunday, making the Brady-Gronk connection first all-time for most postseason touchdowns by any quarterback-receiver combination.
Wow.
Brown had a much more turbulent road to becoming a Super Bowl champion. After being traded from the Steelers to the Raiders in 2019, he went through a wild battle with the front office that inevitably led him to being released. Only a couple days later, he would sign with Brady's Patriots, and Brady would even let Brown stay at his house. But just 3 days after he signed with the Pats, Brown's former trainer accused him of 3 separate incidents of sexual assault and rape in a civil lawsuit that still hasn't gone to trial. Brown would only play 1 game with the Patriots before they too released the former star wide receiver. Just 4 months later, Brown was arrested in connection to the assault of a driver of a moving company truck, and in March of 2020 was charged with burglary of a vehicle, misdemeanor battery, and misdemeanor criminal mischief. As part of his deal with prosecutors, Brown would serve 2 years of probation, undergo a psychological evaluation, attend anger management courses, and conduct 100 hours of community service. The NFL also suspended Brown for 8 games for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. But controversially, the Bucs still signed Brown with Brady's blessing, scoring 4 touchdowns in 8 regular season games and 2 more in the playoffs, including in the second quarter on Sunday. Brown also secured a $750,000 bonus from Tampa for winning the big game. As for Fournette, he was completely discarded by the Jacksonville Jaguars as they headed towards a full-blown rebuild. The 4th overall pick in the 2017 draft wasn't living up to the hype he had coming out of LSU, and after a monster rookie year with the Jags, in which he helped take them to the AFC Championship game, his next 2 seasons in Jacksonville were derailed by injuries and a soured relationship with the front office. Despite a bounce-back performance in 2019, the Jags declined to pick up his 5th-year option on his rookie deal and aggressively pursued a trade before waiving him. Fournette signed with the Bucs a week later. After rushing for only 367 yards in the regular season, he achieved something only Larry Fitzgerald and Terrell Davis have accomplished, recording a touchdown in 4 games within a single postseason, including a 27-yard rushing touchdown in Super Bowl 55. So not only did Brady win his 7th ring without longtime coach Bill Belichick, but he also did it while rejuvenating the careers of 3 players who had undoubtedly become an afterthought throughout the NFL.
Wow, thanks, Tom Brady.
7 Super Bowl championships, 5 Super Bowl MVPs, and 3 careers brought back from the dead. So what do you think? Can Brady do it again next season? Let us know what you think in the comments.